Hey, crypto family. So today we're going to talk about Tokenaire and the ICO that's ongoing right now and exactly what it is and my opinion on it and why I think it'll be successful in the future. So let's go ahead and start. So exactly what is Tokenaire? So you may have seen some people talking about it on Twitter. You may have not heard of it yet. Basically what it is they want to be the first platform to tokenize people on a large scale. So it's a pretty bold statement by them. You can see here if you go to their website, it's www.tokenaire.club, and it has a couple things they talk about, and it says your own time capsule, store text, images, and even videos immutably and irreversibly in data transactions directly on the blockchain. Unlike solutions like storage, which only stores the file hash on chain while storing the actual data off chain, we store the entire file on chain, which is 400 times cheaper than Ethereum. And this is the big thing that they're going off of is you can actually create your own token on here. So it says receive your own personalized token for only $8, including 140 kilobytes of data storage. And then also it says your own polls. We offer a poll platform free of charge where you can run polls with your token holders, guaranteed bot and troll free, as each vote is weighted by the amount of the voter's token holdings. So all this stuff I'm actually going to go over in their white paper, but I just want to kind of give you the gist of what they're talking about on their website and the vision that they have. So looking at their white paper here, you can see they have different sections here. And one of the first ones, it talks about their vision. And it says, our vision is to tokenize people, to give people tools to perform bot and troll free votes, and most importantly, to let people perpetuate content irreversibly and directly on the blockchain. So again, what they're doing, it might not seem clear like at face value, but as I go in through this white paper, you'll see exactly what they're trying to do and all the advantages that it has versus other platforms. So it says here, we ensure that personalized tokens represent an individual and that they are only issued once by performing an identity verification and a liveliness test through our official partner, Sum and Substance. Personalized tokens can be used as digital collectibles or merchandise to reward community members or simply as a personal memorabilia. And it says, we designed a marketplace based on the Waves decentralized exchange, optimized for selling, buying, and holding personalized tokens. With Changelly integration, it becomes possible to buy tokens with credit cards to make onboarding as easy as possible. So already they're dealing with the Waves platform, which is very well established, as well as Changelly, which is a very reputable company. So you already have a couple, big players that they're working with right now. So it already tells you, they're pretty reputable right now. And actually their team members, which I'll go over, one of them was working closely with Legolas. And that ICO did very well. So they have a lot of great team members as well that I'll cover in a couple minutes. And it says here that they offered the poll platform that, lets you run manipulation-free polls as each vote is weighted by the token holdings of the voter. So pretty much what this is saying is, say you create a token and it's your own token and you have a lot of social media following and basically you run a poll. Well, that person's weight, the weight of their vote is going to be based on how many tokens they have. So you can't just have someone with no tokens trying to, manipulate the poll process. So they have to have tokens to be able to get weighted by their vote, which is definitely helps a lot with manipulation and, bot voting. So it says we set the precedents for the next generation community management and engagement. And then here it talks about your blockchain representation. So it says, think of all the ways we love to represent ourselves across different mediums. And it talks about people, in the 1960s, first man on the moon, to taking a selfie today, and basically just being able to take all aspects of nature to the blockchain and just personalize your own content. So this is really focused on kind of, expanding social media and making your own presence on the blockchain. You can think of it almost like a combination of you have Instagram, you have all these other platforms where people can vote, take polls between Twitter, Facebook, kind of all this bundled into one on the blockchain, kind of a unique way they're doing it, which I really like. And it says example use cases for everyone. Share your tokens with your friends and family. Create a poll to find out what your friends think, weighted by their token holdings. Perpetuate personal messages for your great-grandchildren to discover and learn about their past. And it says for public figures, so say you have a big following, it says ask your followers to retweet, like, subscribe, and comment with their wallet address to receive tokens of you and tremendously increase your community engagement. Reward active community members with your tokens. Create a poll to find out what your community thinks, weighted by their token holdings. release exclusive content only to your top token holders. So it kind of incentivizes people to, buy your tokens and really engage with your platform. And then it says sell your tokens on our marketplace like a digital autograph or merchandise. Now the marketplace, I'll go over and show you that. So this is the marketplace right here. Once you create an account, I actually have a referral link in the description. They can sign up through. It helps both of us out. But basically, once you sign into the marketplace here, you can see all the different tokens here that people create. So your token will be up here as well, and then you can buy, sell on here once the platform is fully ready. But again, it creates an intuitive marketplace, very easy to use, and one that I think is going to be great once they fully get it established. So that's one more thing to look out for. And then right here, it says market size. So personal memorabilia has long established history grounded in our innate desire to collect unique and special things. And then it says digital collectibles are already a proven business model, and the connectivity we now enjoy via the internet has turned any market, no matter how niche, into a global market. So you remember Crypto Kitties, Crypto All-Stars, kind of the digital cards they had. Those things were extremely popular when they came out because people love those digital collectibles. And this goes into the same meaning as whenever you're collecting something, say you have your own token and people want to collect that. Say you're very popular and more people buy your token, engage in it, and they actually have a way for you to contact your followers or people that buy your tokens personally. Say you have like a large token holder person that, is really, really giving you a lot of support. You can contact them personally and then make that easy through the Tokenaire platform. And it talks about engaged versus passive followers. It says current social media platforms treat all followers as identical, but among the millions who follow a public figure, there are strong fans, casual observers, and regrettably, many bots or empty accounts who do not add value. While it's often harmless to broadcast to everyone, there are situations where a targeted message is more powerful. Celebrities have in the past turned to fans to reverse the public tide from image problems and scandals, drive merchandising sales, or simply show their appreciation to fans and reward them. So again, I mentioned being able to find, kind of sift through, who your strong fans are and who the casual ones are is really based off of their token holdings. And that's a way that you can filter through, your different supporters and who supports you the most and who supports you the least. And a lot of platforms, they offer no way to filter people, and they charge up to $200 per month for that service. So for Tokenaire, doing that free of charge is a great way to really engage with your followers and with your supporters. And it says early adopter market. Tokenaire's market is aimed at the exponential growth potential of the cryptocurrency industry and its growing cult of celebrity influencers. And that they have hundreds of thousands of followers, legions who hang on to their every word, and a loyal fan base who may want to immortalize their devotion with the digital collectible that is encoded in the blockchain. So again, this kind of ties into the mainstream market and exactly what's going on with social media and just having something, tangible or something you can hold, on the digital space, so to speak, so that you can support whoever, your followers are, or if you're creating your own token, other followers can support you. And then it talks about why use Tokenaire. So it says Tokenaire stitches together many facets to turn personalized tokens into a cohesive concept. So tokenize people join an existing community. You have identity verification and liveness checks to ensure every individual is only represented once in token form. And then standardized supply so that only 7 billion tokens are issued and no new tokens enter the supply. And then you have voting system to engage with your followers and a specialized trading platform to bring market liquidity together in one place and ensure only officially issued personalized tokens are listed. So there's no fakes here. Again, it's the whole process. First of all, to get your own token, it goes through a KYC process. So everyone knows that, the KYC know your customer process is very, very strict, and you have to have your ID basically to prove that you are who you say you are. So it's a very strict process. And one of the things I want to mention actually is United States individuals are not allowed to participate. So accredited investors or U.S. residents are not allowed to participate in this token sale. So I just want to, make that, really apparent before I continue on to this, so that, if you're in the U.S., you aren't kind of, taken off guard if that, when you find that out. But basically, just talks about, all the security measures they have in place, and then just their unique things that they have on their platform to make it, a lot more engageable for the people who are using the tokens and the followers. And then here's another thing. It's called a time capsule. So it says Tokenaire's time capsule platform enables individuals to tokenize themselves and to perpetuate data directly on the blockchain. So tokenization, identity verification. Tokenization can only be requested by a real and live person. We will ensure this through our official partnership with Sum and Substance, a market leader in online identity verification in Europe and Asia, trusted by Deloitte, ICO Bench, and Mail.ru, just to name a few. So that's huge. Everyone knows Deloitte. A lot of companies are being audited by Deloitte, who's one of the largest auditors in the world. And for Tokenaire to be audited by them, I mean, that kind of adds some reputation points to the platform. And it also says to ensure a high level of protection and security, we send all identity verification requests through encrypted channels to a tier 3 data center, providing at least 99.982% uptime, which is insane. And it says all while staying fully compliant with data protection laws and GDPR directives. So they're really specific on security, which I love. And, to make sure that these are real people creating their tokens and real people engaging in the marketplace, which is great. And I think, all exchanges should have this. And it says personalized token issuance. Upon passing the identity verification process, personalized tokens are created on the Waves blockchain and directly issued to that individual's Tokenaire account. So, once everything's verified, then immediately you're going to get your tokens. And it says, as the tokens represent a person, the token's display name will be that person's real name. Furthermore, we'll add a unique identifier that links the tokens to their Tokenaire accounts. Additionally, an image of the person is added in a data transaction directly on the blockchain linked to their token. So you have people, can see who you are, see the name of your token to make sure it's really you and engage with you directly. So I thought that was great, and it just creates a more social platform on the Tokenaire marketplace. And it says, again, they're using the Waves platform, and it says the Waves NG standard is over 100 transactions per second with their speed, which makes them roughly 5 times faster than Ethereum-based networks. So already they're competing with Ethereum here, and their speed is 5 times faster, which helps speed up everything in the marketplace and just with the amount of data you can transfer. So I thought that was extremely great. And then it also talks about the service fee. It says to cover our operational costs, we charge a small service fee of two waves, or roughly $8 USD, which is a very small cost. And it says we'll have community polls in the future to decide when a price change might be appropriate. And then it also talks about data perpetuation. And, whenever they're successfully tokenized, it becomes possible for them to store data like text messages, images directly on the blockchain, and so-called data transactions, which is great. It gives you a place where you can store all your data. And then the smart contract comparison, basically comparing them with smart contracts, it says storing the data in transactions that are loosely connected to the token has a number of benefits compared to storing it in a smart contract. So your personalized token transactions per second are not reduced. Your personalized token transaction fees stay low at 0.001 waves, and you can store as often and as much as you'd like. So this is great, and it's kind of way see all the advantages it has over smart contracts and why you should use them. And then it talks about the service fee here for the operational costs, and it says they charge a small service fee of 0.0015 waves, or roughly 0.006 USD per 1 kilobyte of data. So again, that's a very small cost for the amount of storage that you're able to perform on their platform. And of course, the service fee scales linearly with the data size. So scrolling down here, it talks about their poll platform. So again, this is a big topic that they're really focusing on here. And this really is what pushes the engagement with their platform. It says we offer a poll platform free of charge that lets tokenized individuals run guaranteed manipulation-free polls where each vote is weighted by the tokens of the voter. And to participate in the poll, a voter needs to have a Tokenaire account, which again, to have a Tokenaire account, you need to make sure to go through the KYC process if you want to have tokens. It says the amount of tokens held in their wallet is linked to their account and lets us weigh their vote accordingly. All the votes and questions are currently recorded on our database and tracked through a background service that periodically scans the blockchain. And then they're also looking at, in the future, implementing Waves voting mechanism and a clear poll economy, which is definitely, those two things are very, very nice to have. And then it talks about their marketplace and exactly how it operates. So as you know, a lot of exchanges are centralized exchanges. And the big disadvantage with those is basically people's exposure to being hacked, their funds being stolen if they're stored on there. And again, that's been an ongoing topic over the years. Now, one of the big things about Tokenaire is they're a hybrid exchange. So they have, so being a semi-decentralized or hybrid approach leads for better performance, higher security, and more scalability. So you have the decentralized backend, which is based on the Wave decentralized exchange. And then you also have the order book matcher, which provides real-time trading experience with trades typically being executed within milliseconds. So Tokenaire users are always in possession of their private keys, because of this hybrid approach. And then additionally, orders are sent to the matcher over an encrypted channel to protect traders from front running, which those who don't know what front running is, basically you have a broker of an exchange taking advantage of non-public information about a large pending trade and filling their own order before the price is affected. So that's what front running is, and you see it a lot of times on these centralized exchanges. And then it talks about trading fees and the execution fee or matcher's free to buy or sell orders of the Tokenaire marketplace. It's fixed at 0.003 waves or 1.8 cents USD, no matter the size of the order. So that's great, and I like that it's a solid flat rate fee, so you can order a lot and it'll still be the same amount. But it does say the fee is proportional to the amount of the completion of the order. So again, it keeps this fixed rate fee, and then if you buy more, then it'll grow based off of that. And you can also purchase with credit cards, and they don't require identity checks, and their functionality is provided via the Changelly integration, which is a well-reputable company. And then it also talks about the members book, which each tokenized person will be represented in the members book with a profile card containing a short biography and links to social media pages. So again, further engaging that social media aspect with the blockchain. And then I'll also feature like the top tokenized people will be featured on the global ranking table, which will be updated live based on the latest trades. So you can see who's the most popular, who's getting the most exposure. So possibly get your token up there on that global ranking platform. And then here it talks about the specifics of the AIR token. So this is really kind of the bread and butter of this token sale. It says the AIR token is a Waves NG token, which is in turn based on the Bitcoin NG proposal. This makes AIR compatible with all Waves wallets, and AIR tokens will also be immediately tradable on the Waves decentralized exchange after the token sale is concluded. And it says, consequently, the AIR tokens uses one of the fastest blockchains in existence by being able to handle 100 transactions per second. And fees for the transactions are 0.001 waves or 0.004 cents USD, which is very inexpensive. Now, the total supply of AIR tokens, it's going to be 7 billion AIR tokens, of which 4.2 billion, 60% will be available for sale, and the remaining 2.8 billion of the supply is structured as follows. So you have 20% of the total supply to the founders with a 1-year lock-in period. You have 20% of the total supply to the reserve, which is exclusively used for furthering the Tokenaire project, such as the incubation programs and the AIR exchange listings. So again, you have them locking their tokens in and also furthering the Tokenaire project. So they're reinvesting. And it says we will invalidate and burn the remaining unsold tokens of the 4.2 billion share should we not reach the hard cap, which is definitely great. That'll keep the supply demand equal. And then transactions per second. Now, actually, you can see here the specifics. So the AIR token is 100 transactions per second, where Litecoin is roughly about 55. You have Ethereum 20, and then Bitcoin's only about 7. So you can see the speed of the AIR tokens compared to some of the leaders in the top rankings. So, you can see how much faster it is, which is definitely a great advantage. And then it goes in specifics of the token sale and how they require the KYC AML regulations. And, just a reminder, the US investors or accredited investors are not allowed in the token sale. So keep that in mind. And then also it says the price per AIR token is 4 sats, 4 Satoshis. And conversion will be based on the BTC received net of transaction fees. And then right now there's the early bird round going on with a 20% bonus from the 14th of July till the 28th of July, 10 o'clock UTC. So you have about 17 hours from the time of this video to still get in on that 20% early bird round. The cap of the token sale will be between 140 BTC and 168 BTC, dependent on the amount of the tokens sold during the early bird round. And basically, holding the token in BTC is to ensure security of the funds. So what you'll do is you'll log on. Once you create an account through the link down below, then you'll go to token sale tab and you'll perform your KYC process. They'll give you a Bitcoin address and you'll send Bitcoin to that address. And then afterwards, and you can send Bitcoin from an exchange or basically anywhere. And then they'll fund you the AIR tokens back on the Tokenaire marketplace, and you'll get those back in that wallet. So they make it very simple and very, very easy for buying their tokens. And it says, every time a new user is created on our platform, they receive a unique token sale BTC address to send their Bitcoin to. And then they also run a background service which scans the blockchain for all the token sale Bitcoin addresses we generate and look for any Bitcoin received from the buyers. So again, you can see here that the price conversion for the early bird round, so you're getting about 20% more air tokens versus the public sale, which starts tomorrow. And it says the funds from token sale will follow directly into Tokenaire Ltd, which will be facilitated as follows. So yeah, 50% will be used for Tokenaire branding and marketing. And it says their goal is to extend far beyond the small crypto market and eventually reach the mainstream market individually. 40% of those funds will be used to further develop the Tokenaire platform and expanding the team. And then 10% will be retained for any unforeseen expenses or emergencies. And it talks about their repurchasing plan, which I really love. We'll use 20% of our profits to buy back air tokens and invalidate or burn them at the end of every quarter. We will do this until we have bought back all air tokens that were sold during the token sale. Consequently, we will buy back 4.2 billion air tokens at maximum, dependent on the token sale performance. This will put the total supply eventually to 2.8 billion air tokens. So that's almost half of what they'll have total from the start. So you can imagine the price, can easily double from there alone. And then it talks about their community polls, their technology stack, and this is one I really love. So the entire Tokenaire platform is being hosted on Microsoft Azure, which is a cloud computing service everyone knows, very popular. Microsoft is a very reputable company, the top in the game right now. And for them to use the Azure platform to host the Tokenaire platform, that's huge. And that tells you how much they're focused on, ensuring scaling up their user base and traffic, as it grows to ensure high performance and user experience. And then it talks about, all the technologies they're using here. And also users are added to our database where we store their email address, public key, Waves address, hash password, and encrypted private key. Now, one of the big things is since, the user is in complete control of their private key, that means there's no way for you to gain access to your private key or control your tokens if your password is lost. But you can still recover your funds with your backup phrase. So again, part of being a hybrid exchange is you do control all your stuff, but in the fact that you do lose your password, then you need to make sure to have your backup phrase stored to be able to recover your funds. So just make sure you keep that, save that somewhere securely. And then basically just talked about their disclaimers here and their intellectual property rights, etc. So that concludes the white paper. If you actually go to their, I'll go ahead and show you where you can go to their, let me scroll this over here. So I'll actually show you here where you can go to their website and you can actually see the specifics of their website. So you can see here that they've been featured on CBS, NBC, Fox, W&D, Digital Journal, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And basically, these are huge news agencies. So for them to be featured on that is saying a lot. And then you have supporters such as Crypto Ran. He has over 200,000 followers. Zissou has over 100,000 followers. You have official partners. One of their official partners was Hackin, which they have over 10,000 followers on Twitter, and they provide a wide range of security services for the likes of VeChain, which everyone knows about VeChain by now. And then they've partnered with them to ensure high security standards for all Tokenaire components. And they've also partnered with Sum and Substance, which is online identity verification in Europe and Asia, which is trusted by Deloitte, ICO Bench, and Mail.ru. So again, they've partnered with some very reputable people. They're powered by Waves, Microsoft Azure, .NET Core, and AngularJS. And then ICO rated, they're 4.2 stars right now on ICO Bench, and they're 4.4 stars on Track ICO, which is huge. Now, here it talks about the early bird round. Now, again, this ends in approximately 16 hours from this video. So make sure you get your tokens. Click on the link down below or in the description, and you'll be able to get 20% bonus air tokens versus the public sale. That'll start July 29th, 10 o'clock UTC, and then it will extend until 11th of August at 10 o'clock UTC. So again, if you're not able to get the early bird, you can still get the public sale, and that'll last until August 11th. So make sure you get that. And talked about their total supply. Their hard cap is between 140 to 168 BTC, depending on the performance of the early bird round. And then it talks about the repurchasing plan. And again, the real-time trading, they have low fees, proven technology, secure and decentralized. They have their roadmap here, which they're going to have their time capsule platform launch November 2018, and then their incubation program, which starts Q1 of 2019. So a lot of things going on right now. And you have the team here. So you have Reinhard Zach, who's the CEO of Tokenaire, and he was one of the big proponents of Legolas. He was a big team member on there, and he pretty much ran it. And Legolas did very well. It's still doing well. And so this guy definitely knows his stuff. And you have these different people here. You have advisors, CEO of Substance, and all these different people here that definitely are in the space, and they know a lot about the technology, security, and pretty much the back door of Tokenaire platform. And then you have merchandise, of course, they sell. And then you have their Twitter. I'll go ahead and show you their Twitter right now. Their Twitter is Tokenaire Ltd. So if you follow them on there, they basically post the latest updates, articles they're with, and they were actually on a podcast, the Bad Crypto podcast, which you see here. These guys over 900,000 followers, and this guy's over 200,000 followers. So very, very huge following here. So they're getting very well exposed, and I imagine they're going to blow up very soon. So if you're not following them there, definitely do. And then basically they also have, you can chat with them. They also have a Telegram group, announcements. They have Reddit, Bitcoin Talk, and Medium account. So again, a lot of different places for you to find them and just find out about them. And they also have a GitHub that you can click on, and it shows you the specifics, any questions you may have, a lot of information here. So they make it very easy for you to check out their platform and just really, find out specifics if you have any questions. So again, I hope this video helped you out. If you need to contact me or any questions, definitely hit me up on Twitter. It's twitter.com/@thecryptodata. So I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Again, I do have the link in the description or in the comments to sign up for a Tokenaire account and then perform your KYC process. Again, make sure that you cannot participate if you're in the US, or even if you're a accredited investor, you can't participate. So just keep that in mind. If you're outside the US, you're golden, and you can create an account and go through the KYC process and get your tokens. So with that, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe if you haven't. Till next time, thanks for watching.